Hello, all you film freaks and movie maniacs out there. My name is Nolan Carr, and I'd like to welcome you to the go-to podcast for all things cinema. But before you can ask any questions, just sit back, relax, as I present to you a Strawlane Studio Productions Critiquing with Carr. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another great edition of Barrett from Friday here, Critiquing with Carr. As always, if you've enjoyed these reviews up until now, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following us on the audio platforms, clicking a thumbs up or like button so you can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turning on post notifications so you can stay up to date on those platforms when episodes release, as well as clicking at share out so you can help continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. Also, if you want other ways to stay up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. I say all that because on this week's great edition of the show, we're talking about the classic 1987 film, The Untouchables. And with that being said, let's begin. Coming in as the director for this film was Brian De Palma. The screenwriter for this movie was David Mamet. It was based on the book called The Untouchables by Elliot Ness and Oscar Fraley. This movie was produced by Art Linson, and the cast for The Untouchables is as follows: Kevin Costner, Charles Martin Smith, Andy Garcia, Robert De Niro, and Sean Connery. The cinematographer for this film was Stephen H. Burham. It was co-edited by Gerald B. Greenberg and Bill Pankow. The musical score was done by Ennio Morricone. The film was distributed by Paramount Pictures. It was released on June 2nd of 1987 in New York City, and on June 3rd of 1987 in the United States nationally. The runtime for this movie was 119 minutes, the budget was $25 million, and finally, the box office total for The Untouchables was $106.2 million US. The accolades for The Untouchables is as follows. At the Academy Awards, Sean Connery won for Best Supporting Actor. At the Golden Globe Awards, Sean Connery won for Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture. And last, but certainly not least, at the BAFTA Awards, Ennio Morricone won for Best Musical Score. And now, it comes time to one of my two favorite parts, which is an eye list off the top 10 highest grossing films for that year's release, being 1987's The Untouchables. Coming in at number 10 was The Witches of Eastwick. It was distributed by Warner Bros. Its worldwide gross was $63.8 million. And stars Jack Nicholson, Cher, and Susan Sarandon. Coming in at number 9 was Stakeout. It was distributed by Buena Vista Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $65.7 million. It stars Richard Dreyfuss, Emilio Estevez, and Aidan Quinn. Coming in at number 8 was The Untouchables. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $106.2 million. It stars Kevin Costner, Charles Martin Smith, and Andy Garcia. Coming in at number 7 was The Secrets of My Success. It was distributed by Universal Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $111 million. It stars Michael J. Fox, Helen Slater, and Richard Jordan. Coming in at number 6 was Lethal Weapon 1. It was distributed by Warner Bros. Its worldwide gross was $120.2 million. It stars Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and Gary Busey. Coming in at number 5 was Moonstruck. It was distributed by MGM and United Artists Communications Company. Its worldwide gross is $122.1 million. And it stars Cher, Nicolas Cage, and Vincent Gardenia. Coming in at number 4 was Good Morning Vietnam. It was distributed by Buena Vista Pictures. Its worldwide gross is $123.9 million. It stars Robin Williams, Forest Whitaker, and Bruno Kirby. Coming in at number 3 was Three Men and a Baby. It was distributed by Buena Vista Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $240 million, and it stars Tom Selleck, Stephen Guttenberg, and Ted Danson. Coming in at number 2 was Beverly Hills Cop 2. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $299.97 million, and it stars Eddie Murphy, Judge Reinhold, and Jurgen Prochnow. And finally, last but not least, coming in at number 1 as the highest grossing film for 1987 was Fatal Attraction. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $320.1 million, and it stars Michael Douglas, Glenn Close, and Ann Archer. And now it's the moment you've all been waiting for, my review of 1987's The Untouchables. The Untouchables, directed by Brian De Palma, is a gripping crime drama set against the backdrop of Prohibition-era Chicago. This 1987 classic, based on true events, follows federal agent Elliot Ness and his team as they attempt to bring down the notorious gangster Al Capone. With a stellar cast, including legendary Sir Sean Connery, this film combines suspense, drama, and action in a well-crafted narrative that, despite some minor flaws, delivers an engaging cinematic experience. The setting during Prohibition is visually depicted, immersing the audience in a time when illegal liquor trade ruled the streets of Chicago. The film's attention to detail in recreating this era is commendable, from the costumes to the cityscapes, making a visually engaging period piece. Sir Sean Connery's portrayal of Jim Malone is a stand-up performance. Initially depicted as a jaded beat cop, Malone's encounter with Ness breathes new life into his character. His transformation from a man who had given up to a mentor and father figure for Ness is beautifully executed. One of the film's thrilling sequences is the raid with the Mounties on the Canadian border. The premature start of the raid by the Mounties adds a layer of unpredictability and tension. These action scenes are well choreographed and provide a break from the film's slower-paced, suspenseful moments. However, the film isn't without its flaws. CGI during the close-up shots of Nitti falling off the roof is noticeably subpar. This detracts slightly from the otherwise high-quality production values. Despite this, the intense chase sequence leading up to this moment with Ness pursuing Nitti across the rooftops is gripping and filled with suspense, making the audience experience Ness's desperation and determination. Despite its strengths, The Untouchables does have some areas that could have been improved. Robert De Niro's portrayal of Al Capone, though compelling, is limited by his minimal screen time. Capone's character could have been more developed, allowing the audience to connect with him on a deeper level. This lack of development makes it challenging to fully appreciate the threat he poses compared to the more fleshed out protagonists. Additionally, the pacing of the film may not appeal to all viewers. While the deliberate pacing works to build suspense and develop character dynamics, it can feel slow at times, especially for those expecting a more action-packed crime drama. The core cast members, aside from Connery, don't get enough screen time for their character progression to truly resonate. They are introduced quickly, and the audience is expected to accept them without much background. This approach can make it difficult for viewers to fully invest in the characters and their journeys. Despite these shortcomings, The Untouchables remains a film worth watching for its strong performances, particularly by Sean Connery, and suspenseful narrative. It showcases the challenges and triumphs of fighting corruption and crime during one of America's most turbulent periods. In conclusion, The Untouchables is a well-crafted film that successfully combines historical context, strong character dynamics, and suspenseful storytelling. It may not be perfect, but its strengths far outweigh its weaknesses, making it a memorable entry into the crime drama genre. As we conclude this week's edition of Barrett from Friday here on Critiquing with Carr, I am proud to give this classic film, The Untouchables, a respectable score of 8 out of 10 on the Diamond Days scale. After giving you my thoughts and final reaction to The Untouchables, we have a few more things to discuss. As always, if you've enjoyed this review and all the other ones before it, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following us on the audio platforms, clicking the thumbs up or like buttons can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turning on post notifications so you can stay up to date on those platforms when episodes release, as well as clicking that share arrow so you can continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. If you want other ways of staying up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. And with that, my film freaks and cinephiles, until next time, take care and happy viewing.